Okay, let's take a look at this problem. So exactly 140 flights. So x equals 140. When we're saying x is equal to 140, then on this, for the correction factor, we have to subtract 0.5. So we'll have 139.5. And we have to add 0.5. So this will be 140.5. When it's always exactly one case, you have to both add and subtract. Now our normal CDF is our low value, which is 139.5, comma our high value, which is 140.5, and then n times p. N was 163 times p, and that p is your percent it's given, 79%. And then this will be the square root of n times p times 1 minus p. So this will be a square root of n, which is 163, times p, which is 0.79, times 1 minus 0.79. Okay, so we're going to have second bars, normal CDF, 2, and we got 139.5, comma, 140.5, comma, 163 times 0.79, comma, square root, so second x squared, of 163 times 0.79, and I'm messing up here, it's too late, and then 1 minus 0.79. Let me double check myself. I don't trust myself after I messed that one up. Square root of 163 times 0.79 times 1 minus 0.79. 0.0075. 0.0075. 0.0075. Okay. At least 140 flights are on time. At least is another word for greater than or equal to 140. And I won't plug them in the calculator anymore. I think you get the idea on that. Here's 140, and at least 140 flights. Now, you have to decide whether you add or subtract 0.5. And it's based upon your wording. If your wording includes the number, your shading should include a number. Well, greater than or equal to 140 includes 140. So our shading should include it. If I added 0.5, then it would not include it because I'm shading to the right. So I'm going to subtract 0.5. So at least greater than or equal to means we shade to the right. Again, if your wording implies it includes 140, your shading has to include 140. So then you do your normal CDF, and then you put in 139.5, comma, E99. That's a positive infinity over here. And then your last two parameters are the same as what we have here. And actually, I suppose I get enter that in to get past that, don't I? Okay, well, I don't want to type all that in again, so let me do a second enter. 139.5, and this should be E99. Enter. 0.0195. 0.0195. 0.0195. Okay, now this is fewer than 120 flights are on time. 120, fewer than. So here's your 120. Now they tell you fewer than is less than 120, so it does not include 120. So if the wording doesn't include 120, our shading should not include 120. So I'm going to subtract 0.5. So that's be 119.5 because less than's over here. And again, our wording didn't include 120, so our shading should not include it. So we'll do normal CDF, negative E99, comma, 119.5, comma, and then your other parameters are the same as the previous two. So we got second enter, negative E99, comma, 119.5. Okay, negative E99, comma, 119.5, and other parameters are the same. And that gives us 0.0373. 0.0373. 0.0373. Okay, between 120 and 139. Inclusive. 120 and 139. Now inclusive means it includes them. So if your wording includes those numbers, your shading should include it. So on here I'm going to subtract 0.5, so we got 119.5, and over here I'll add 0.5, so we got 139.5. Because we're shading in between, and if our wording includes these two numbers, our shading should. I won't actually plug this one in, but what you do is you do your normal CDF, 119.5, comma, 139.5, and then your other two parameters the same as the previous two problems.